Good afternoon and welcome to an no, hello and welcome to another over the.
Oh, for goodness sake, get on with it!
I just can't concentrate.
Now I've lost the thread.
Well, that's what I keep doing, losing the thread. Thread. That's what we were going to do today, you know. Thread, like wool, or string, or cotton, that kind of thread. Where does it come from? What can you do with it?
Well, you can do all sorts of things with it. A young girl's first embroidered stitches, her sampler, made in 1774 by Hannah Taylor. We know almost nothing about her except that she was American, was born December the 17th, 1753, and of course made this. These few silk threads tie her to us, the past to the present.
A great tapestry stares serenely down the length of a vast cathedral. But the greatness of the great tapestry lies in millions and millions of tiny woven stitches.
A Persian cat might purr at this Persian carpet. Such luxury, such softness, such depths of rich colour.
An Indian bride drifts in silken saried splendour to her wedding.
And she floats on folds of frothing white lace to hers.
Curtains.
And cushions.
In bedrooms.
What would we do without threads?
Friend of the boy who never grew up. 5 letters starting with a W.
Easy.
A-S-Y. No, that's only 4 letters and it doesn't start with a W.
No, I don't mean easy. I mean it's easy. Think of me.
Well, you?
Yes.
Woman.
No, Dozy. Think of Peter Pan, the boy who never grew up. And he had a friend who was called...
Wendy!
Yes.
Ah, I did well to get that one. Yes, they're a bit like threads, aren't they? Words.
How do you mean?
Well, I mean, words are like bits of string or wool. And they're not much use on their own until you weave them together into crosswords or stories or poems.
Ah, but you couldn't knit a scarf with them, though, could you?
I think you could have a pretty good go, Wend.
The day was cold, so for a laugh I thought I'd knit a poem scarf. With size 6 pins and ball of words, a thick and warming scarf of verse. I knitted long with might and main, first 1 row pearl, then 1 row plain, to make an ode without a hitch, till carelessly I dropped a stitch.
There's a story about a spider and the wonderful things it can do with thread. It's called Charlotte's Web. Now, Charlotte the spider has a friend called Wilbur, and Wilbur's a pig. And Wilbur and Charlotte discover that Wilbur's owner has got plans. He's going to feed up Wilbur until Christmas, and then, well, you can guess what then. So Charlotte decides she must do something to save Wilbur's life. And the only thing that she can think of is to weave messages into her web to show people what a wonderful pig Wilbur is, which, of course, he is. And in this extract, Charlotte is hard at work.
Far into the night, while the other creatures slept, Charlotte worked on her web. First, she ripped out a few of the orb lines near the centre. She left the radial lines alone as they were needed for support. As she worked, her 8 legs were a great help to her. So were her teeth. She loved to weave, and she was an expert at it. When she'd finished weaving, her web looked something like this. A spider can produce several kinds of thread. She uses a dry, tough thread for foundation lines, and she uses a sticky thread for snare lines, the one that catches and holds insects. Charlotte decided to use her dry thread for writing the new message. The word terrific with sticky thread, she thought. Every bug that comes along will get stuck in it and spoil the effect. Now, let's see. The first letter is T. Charlotte climbed to a point at the top of the left-hand side of the web. Swinging her spinnerets into position, she attached her thread and then dropped down. As she dropped, her spinning tubes went into action and let out thread. At the bottom, she attached the thread. This formed the upright part of the letter T. Charlotte was not satisfied, however. She climbed up and made another attachment right next to the first. Then she carried the line down so that she had a double line instead of a single line. It'll show up better if I make the whole thing with double lines. She climbed back up, moved over about an inch to the left, touched her spinnerets to the web, and then carried the line across to the right, forming the top of the T. She repeated this, making it double. Her 8 legs were very busy helping. Now for E. Charlotte got so interested in her work, she began to talk to herself, as though to cheer herself on. If you'd been sitting quietly in the barn cellar that evening, you would have heard something like this. Now for the R. Up we go. Attach. Descend. Play outline. Whoa. Attach. Good. Up you go. Repeat. Attach. Descend. Play outline. Whoa, girl. Steady now. Attach. Climb. Attach. Over to the right. Play outline. Attach. Now right and down and swing that loop and around and around. Now into the left. Attach. Climb. Repeat. Okay? Easy. Keep those lines together. Now then, out and down for the leg of the R. Play outline. Whoa! Attach. Ascend. Repeat. Good girl. And so, talking to herself, the spider worked at her difficult task. When it was completed, she felt hungry. She ate a small bug that she'd been saving. Then she slept. Next morning, Wilbur arose and stood beneath the web. He breathed the morning air into his lungs. Drops of dew catching the sun made the web stand out clearly. When Lurvy, the farmhand, arrived with breakfast, there was the handsome pig, and over him, woven neatly in block letters, was the word terrific. Another miracle.
Spinning, twining silvery thread, making a home, a fortress, a web, to and fro, back and forth, for a spider's home with a view to the north. In the early hours, pale morning light, shimmers on the dew that fell last night. Like diamonds in a necklace, the drops of dew will shine upon the web so carefully spun, threaded, twisted, and entwined.
And now, at enormous expense, we bring you this week's dramatic puppet play. Ready, Tony?
All ready.
Right, go. Once upon a time, there was a fabulously rich empress whose passion was clothes. She thought she had all the clothes that money could buy, until one day, a man was brought before her.
Your Majesty, I have invented a wonderful new thread.
A new thread? Show me. What does he think I am, dumb or something?
The wonderful thing about this thread is that it can only be seen by the wise. The stupid can see nothing at all.
Oh, yes.
But Your Majesty will see how fine the thread, how beautiful, how...
Expensive?
Rather expensive, yes.
Yes, I thought as much. Weave the thread into a suit to be worn at my birthday celebration tomorrow.
Your Majesty.
So the swindler, for of course that's what he was, pretended to make a suit from the wonderful new thread. There was really no thread at all, but the swindler thought the Empress wouldn't admit she couldn't see anything for fear of looking stupid. He wanted to get rich by doing nothing.
The suit is finished, Your Majesty. An idiot can see nothing, but you can see the grandeur, the fineness of the cut, the elegance.
Who do you think you're fooling?
What? You mean you're not going to pay me a lot of money and wear the suit at your birthday celebration tomorrow, like in the story by Hans Andersen?
No, I am not. Anyone can see there's nothing there. You can wear the suit to prison. Your swindling days are done.
Moral. Empresses aren't so dumb as emperors are. Mess with them and you'll end up behind bars in your birthday suit.
Tony, no, pull this one.
No.
Through
I've got to put this through here,
here.
I'm sure. Look.
No, if you
like
do that, you've got... Oh, Tony.
Wendy.
No.
What do you think you're doing?
Oh, fishing.
Down a drain? You poor chap.
I've got to get some supper for me and my friend Frazzle. We haven't eaten for 3 weeks.
For 3 weeks? You are down on your luck. Look, here's £1.
Oh, no.
Well, no, please. I insist. Take it.
Oh, all right then, Gov.
Excuse me for asking, but have you bagged anything yet?
Pardon?
How many have you caught today?
Oh, well, you're about the 15th.